Don Castaneda here, ex-Marine Sergeant, expert life coach, recovery coach, intervention professional. Going back to the paintings I was talking about in one of my earlier videos. Now, this is the painting, this is a drawing on a handkerchief I uploaded to my computer of that young school-age girl addicted to drugs, possibly involved in a cartel. Basically, I guess the psych patient who drew this for me as a gift, he wanted me to kind of like understand that there are, women out there, guys as well, but also like that are so involved in drugs that they can't escape, and they're on the brink of death. All these pills are gonna overdose and die. Crack, they're gonna have a heart attack. Blunt's gonna be laced with oxycontin or fentanyl or whatever, heroin, injecting, gonna get needles of AIDS and stuff. It's like a death trap, like a jaws of death kind of, right? With the cartel, they got their grip around your neck. So, it's very artistic, and obviously some people think it's provocative. It evokes emotion, it evokes different, emotions and feelings or thoughts and things like that, you know. And, it's just to represent, she has a pencil in her hair, kind of like she's a school kid, but she's involved in the cartel. She's kind of probably mixed race, maybe half Mexican, half white, blonde hair, kind of brownish skin is what he kind of depicted her as and drew her as. So not that that matters, but there's different thoughts, right? And the way he explained it, just a college age kid possibly addicted to drugs, young freshman, sophomore, possibly senior, junior, and all that. Uh, doesn't really matter. But there's a lot of different interpretations. And here's Jackson Pollock. I looked up Jackson Pollock. This is worth $300 million, dollars, the original painting. This is done with oil or an oil drip painting. Basically splashes like this called Convergence 1952 by Jackson Pollock. And you can look it up, Google it, Jackson Pollock Convergence. I clicked on the first link, there it is. I looked up its value and it's approximately $300 million. dollars. Jackson Pollock's Convergence painting created in 1952 is considered one of his most significant works. It's housed as Albright Knox Art Gallery in Buffalo, New York. Painting is valued at approximately 300 million, reflecting its rarity, historical significance, and the unique style of Pollock's drip painting technique. So that's him, Jackson Pollock. It's very interesting because in my mind, there's that painting. I'll put them side by side. And this drawing that this artist did, I think on this handkerchief, this psych patient has pretty intense skill to and coordination to be able to do that over days and days versus Jackson Pollock splattering, paint on a canvas, and I guess rich people just wanting that for whatever reason and paying hundreds of millions of dollars for it. Hundreds of millions of dollars. This was given to me as a gift. Obviously, that guy's probably, involved in mafia, cartel, things like that. Psych patient was just his cover to get away with certain crimes. He's probably back out on the street, involved in drugs or whatever. So, I was just trying to kind of compare these two just to give you an idea. What do you think is more valuable? What would you pay more for? Obviously, this one's provocative, so you want to hang it on your wall. This is more like for a home, art decoration. But what actually evokes more emotion? What actually can you see there's something there? Like this oil drip painting, I don't see anything except a bunch of splattered paint and colors. Like I don't see it, if I had to explain it to someone, I would just say maybe like some kids splashed a bunch of paint on a canvas, it doesn't mean anything. Some people think I would have different interpretations, but I don't see its meaning. I just don't. But this on this handkerchief, I see it as maybe a college kid involved in drugs, and she's gonna overdose soon, so someone has to go rescue her, help her get into rehab, or just basically she's like the damsel in distress. And this one, there's that. So I can't really. I studied this in college, San Antonio College. I had to say, maybe it's a bunch of different cultures, combining the different colors represent different cultures, and we're mixed together, kind of like America. So I basically had to make that up to make it make sense. but I don't know if there's any official, meaning behind it. It's just art, and that's his style. So, and this one you can see exactly what it is. You know, young girl, young woman involved in drugs. There's crack, there's money, baking soda, pills, prescription pills, little baggies full of dope, Xanax down here, a candle lighting heroin on a spoon, a blunt right there, Oxycontin. She got a cigarette in her hand, and she's just chilling with a pencil in her hair. So, you tell me what's more artistic. What do you think? This one worth $300 million or this one from a psych ward? Obviously, this one has more meaning to me because it was given to me as a gift. And I have Jackson Pollock on my wall. I just have a replica. I got it for like 20 bucks on Amazon. You can get replicas of that. But I just wanted to compare those two. There they are. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Just wanted to put those two together so you get an idea of, what something like whatever painting, what you think it's worth, what they could be worth, what they should be worth, and what they might be valued or praised at. So that's it. Don Miguel Castaneda here, ex-Marine Sergeant, expert life coach, recovery coach, intervention professional. Just talking about my background, personal experience. I do like art. I was given this art piece from a friend, so I wanted to talk about that and compare it to Jackson Pollock's $300 million painting. So that's it, and take care. Stay safe.